Hi everyone, this is Daniela, and this is my reaction video number 2. I watched all the videos and took a few moments to collect my thoughts, and I thought it would be good to share. The first thing that comes to mind is it's refreshing to hear such a wide variety of opinions on the articles and the videos. It makes me realize that we have a really neat group of different age ranges and experience levels and education levels and different backgrounds. So it's just kind of neat to listen to everyone. And it's also appreciative that, for one, that we are watching a video as part of our discussion, but also that we had the option between 3 videos. I think this would have gotten pretty repetitive and mundane if we were all watching the same video and would have had, you know, basic ideas just repeating, sharing them back to back to back. So even though it seems like most people picked Bully for the movie, I'm really intrigued to go watch the other videos or movies that were presented as options now after watching these videos from classmates discussing them. And back to everyone being different and having different perspectives, I really enjoyed when people share like more personal experiences and how they can relate them to the topics of the reading. First example that comes to mind is Laura talking about growing up and being being put on a bus to different school because of the racial like formulas and numbers. Thought that was really interesting. And I grew up in Scotland for some of my childhood, and my parents did the same thing. Well, not did the same thing, but similar situation where me and my brother were bused to another community so we could experience the culture, like the Scottish culture. My parents took us out of the school that was on the military base and put us in a private, or a public Scottish school for us to embrace that diversity, which I look back on that now and I give them so much credit, because they could have easily just sent us to the school that was on base, but from what it was described as, it was just a giant daycare for all the military kids. So very grateful in retrospect. I like the honesty that everyone's giving. Dean in particular, he shared his blunt opinion about how we walk a fine line of being sensitive to what people go through, and are we coddling these students? Are we becoming the older generation that looks back on, that tells the younger youth, like, oh, back in my day I walked 5 miles in the snow to go to school. Like, are we becoming that? Like, I agree with Dean. I feel the same way. Like, sometimes at work now, working for higher ed, there is a constant battle between people on whether we should treat college-age students with more freedom. Should we hold their hand through some basic processes that they should do on their own? What's really expected from their advisors and their parents and their admission counselors? Like, where do you draw the line? When, in my opinion, when I went to school, I don't remember anybody holding my hand and telling me what to do. I mean, I left for school by myself on my own. Like, my parents they weren't involved. And now to see these parents so involved and like, oh, the students have it so rough, like, I go back and forth. You could ask me this tomorrow and I might have a different answer. But it's great that we can be that honest with our feelings and why we're having these feelings and just discuss them. I really appreciate that. A constant theme that was mentioned throughout a few of the videos was the importance of implementing and introducing new ideas and diversity to children, to students when they're younger. The younger the better. The sooner we get them comfortable and at ease and make it part of their everyday routine to be respectful and realize that everyone has value, and make them more comfortable around diverse or targeted populations, the better we're all going to be in the long run. Once again, easier said than done, but the earlier we try to implement that, the better for everyone involved. And that was mentioned multiple times throughout the video, or throughout the videos that were posted by classmates. And I'm trying to think of anything else. The last thing that sticks out in my mind was a point that Jeremy made about one of the PDFs that we read about the student life professionals, and that's what the words were used, student affair professionals, about how there hasn't been much research and there isn't much focus, and sometimes there's confusion of the role that these people in this occupation or this field have at a university, or even their importance. Like, I think when people think of universities and colleges, they think of students and they think of professors or instructors, and I think not enough credit or understanding or help goes to everyone in between. Everyone from the academic advisor to the admissions counselor to the janitor, to the dean of student affairs, to the director of transition programs. Like, there's not enough credit and time and money to give these core people the credit they deserve. And maybe I'm just, since I'm in it, I see it, and I'm just so appreciative of the people that I work with and work for, and it just makes me want to support everyone even more and go into this field even more, if that makes any sense. That was quite a ramble. I think that's it. I think I've hit like the 7-minute mark, so I need to wrap it up. But thank you for everyone's postings, and hope everyone's well, and have a good weekend.